All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. It is a gorgeous day outside, and I won't be running the LST. I know, what a bummer. I was running it earlier, getting it tuned up. The thing ran great. Obviously, I ran through some mud and the snow. Thankfully, washed the tires off, but didn't reach the pipe. It was running great. It's a nice warm day out, so I got tuned up to the weather, which it runs great now. And then all of a sudden, I was hitting the throttle, revving it real high, and the transmission just started slipping. And I noticed it wasn't the shifter, slipping out of gear, which was the old problem, which I made this extended linkage and changed the set points on the little servo, so it works better. I don't know if it makes too much of a difference, but it definitely worked for me. This transmission has never slipped ever since I did that. Until now, which actually it's not the shifter's fault, it's something internally. Yeah, guys, that's an unfortunate start to this video, but that's not going to stop me. I'm going to take this thing out. And hopefully, I do have the parts to fix this. I might know what it is. It's probably the shifter thing that one of the teeth fell off. Which actually I don't have, but they're cheap. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, false alarm, everybody. It was the high-low connector thing. Yeah, it was actually just off. It just came off. So hopefully there's no internal damage. I'm going to run it anyway. Yeah, before the high-low selector was just loose and you could just turn it without actually lifting it up and turning it yourself. Anyway, I'll free fuel it because I just drained the fuel. And yeah, let's take it out. Hopefully it's all fixed. Alright, everybody. I lied. It was not that. It's still broken. So now I'm going to tear it apart. And now I got to drain this tank again because I just filled it up. Yeah, I love draining tanks. It takes hours. Alright, guys, got all the bolts off. Go ahead and take this thing out. I gotta remove this guy first. Alright, that guy was stuck on there pretty good. Looks like the thread locker seeped in and just stuck. But now I got it off, so now this cover just slides right out. I don't really see metal. See a little dirty in there. Water, actually. There's water in the case. No bueno. Alright, well, here's our gears. Yeah, little droplets of water. Jeez, I seriously don't know what the problem is. Yeah, guys. This will be a mystery. I really cannot figure it out. There's no blown transmission. Everything is intact. There's nothing that's... Whoops, that's not supposed to be there. There's nothing that's wrong with this. Look at the teeth on these. They all look good. Nothing's cracked. Nothing broke. Yeah, I really don't know what's wrong with this. I can guarantee if I put it back together, I'll probably still do that. Alright, guys. So I looked into it a little more, and I think that's this little shifter right here that's slipping. It doesn't seem that there's much contact, so I think I definitely wore it out. And it is not like a perfect. It's almost 90 degrees. As you can see, these teeth are more of a, they pitch in to grab. So that's why I'm thinking these are a little worn out at high speeds. They're just slipping, get popped out. And it's probably a combination between, the bad worn out shifter and probably my linkage being loose that one time. That's a bit of a bummer that wore out. I was hoping to have a nice running video for you guys. But, transmission will tear down. It's not too bad. Alright, everybody. So this might be the final fix. I might just be getting rid of this transmission soon, as all the bearings are gone. Which actually, this flanged bearing right here, this one actually blew, which is why there's play and why the shifter was, you know, losing connection, whatever. Before I figured that out, I ended up just getting rid of the old gear for the low gear and just swapped it with 2 bearings for spacers, so that those 2 bearings push on the shifter so that the high gear is always engaged. It's pretty sketchy, but you know what? I think it's gonna work. But then I ended up replacing the flange bearing right here, and I ended up using the one from reverse. The reverse one, I just got a normal bearing on it. I don't have any flange bearings, so there's a little bit of play. I'm hoping the play doesn't destroy everything, but I am going to just get a new transmission, because this housing's crap. As you can see, there's 2 broken bolts in there. And yes, I did that a while ago. That was a pretty bad day. Here's a little close-up of what I did. Doesn't look too bad. I think it's going to be a good little low gear delete. I'm going to keep the shifter thing on it, but there's nothing on it, so it won't do anything. And here's this little gear right here. This gear is actually pretty mint. I was looking at the shift things. They're not even scratched, maybe barely scratched. This might make a pretty cool keychain. I don't know, it might hurt when it's in my pocket. We'll see about that. Yeah, guys, but this transmission, this might be its, you know, last few runs. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a new one while I got this tax money. They're like 80 bucks, so, you know, kind of pricey for, you know, spending it on a toy, but, you know, I hope it's bulletproof. I could also just build my new transmission out of all these old gears, which I might do also, just get a new housing, get new bearings, but that's gonna be costing 80 bucks also, so either just get a slightly used one that's complete from eBay, or just buy everything new. I'll talk about that in another video. I'm excited now that I got this thing working again, so I'm gonna put it back together, grease it all up, and we can rip it up. At long last, guys, the transmission is finally in. And it works. Goes forward now. We'll see how it does under torque. I think it'll do fine. I know I put together very sketchy with those bearings and the non-flange bearing. But I'm not quitting on this thing. We're getting it to run. Alright, everybody. So I got everything all in. Transmission's in. Got it meshed up pretty good. I have all the linkages set up now. And now it's time to just cross our fingers and rip it up. Alright, everybody, so that'll be it. Unfortunately, my batteries died in my remote, so that'll be it for today. Stay tuned for more with the LST, because I'm certainly glad that the transmission's back up and running. That little fix worked, and hopefully it might work for you. I don't recommend it. It's pretty sketchy. I'm still debating on getting another transmission. I've dumped enough money into this thing. think it's time for me to take a break. Maybe put some money in the trophy truck. Also, I forgot to mention, I ended up changing the brake linkage just because the old one stripped out on me. So I just put a new Traxxas one on there. Same fuel line, I just trimmed it. And then I put a little washer right there just to make it look cool. And I think it looks a lot better than what it did before. I like it. Yeah, guys, so Mach 2.6. It's running great. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm certainly glad that the transmission's back up and running. Again, stay tuned for more. I'll see you later.
Hey, HelLST man, how you doing, bro?